Question 1. A student sets up an investigation into water transport in a plant as shown in figure 1. She measures the mass of the test tube and contents at the start and again the next day. She repeats the experiment with the plant under different conditions. The student's results are shown in table 1. So we can see figure 1 on the right here with oil, water in our plant. Then table 1 with the results, so we've got environmental conditions, the mass of tube and contents at start and after 1 day, and their percentage change in mass. So let's now have a look at the question parts. Part A, complete the sentences about the student's results. Choose the answers from the box. So as in previous questions, we've actually got more answers available than we need. There are 6 possible answers, we only need 2 of them. Therefore, we can't use a process of elimination, we've got to select the correct answer. In this case, it is going to be water is the answer for the first one, so the plant loses mass because it loses water. So of those possible answers, it could be minerals isn't going to be correct. Oxygen, well, the plant will lose oxygen when it photosynthesizes. However, it will be gaining carbon dioxide at the same rate. Therefore, there'll be no change in mass. Plus, the change in mass is large. It wouldn't actually be caused by that oxygen, the sort of tan we've got there. So, as for the second answer, this is lost by a process called, well, now we know it's water. We know losing water in this way is due to transpiration. So those 2 answers score 2 marks available for this question. Part B, what is the independent variable in the student's experiment? Well, the independent variable is the thing the student is changing. So we can see here, the environmental conditions are the thing that's been altered. Therefore, the students actually changed it themselves. Therefore, that is going to be the independent variable in the experiment. That scores a 1 mark available for this question. C part 1, calculate the percentage change in mass in the humid conditions. To do this, we need to find the difference in mass initially. So, in humid conditions at the start, it was 29.2. After 1 day, it was 27.2. Therefore, that gives us a difference of 2 grams. What we then do is do 2 divided by 29.2 multiplied by 100. That gives us an answer of 6.8%. That answer scores 1 mark, and then the working here equation scores a 2nd mark. C part 2. Explain the difference between the percentage loss in mass in the different environmental conditions. So we've got 3 environmental conditions, haven't we? Normal, humid, and windy. So obviously we don't need to talk about the normal conditions. We need to talk about how the humid and the windy conditions are different, and they're kind of opposites in a way. So in humid conditions, there's more water vapor. We know this ourselves, don't we? On a humid day, you can sort of almost feel the water in the air. So therefore, less can evaporate. So there's less of that evaporation diffusion gradient. That scores 2 marks. 1 for saying there's more water vapor, and 1 for saying so therefore less can evaporate. So there is going to be less transpiration. The second part is talking about windy conditions. So in windy conditions, the water vapor is blown away. So what essentially is doing is providing that transpiration diffusion gradient, so water can more easily leave the plant. So more water can evaporate. So that's 1 mark for talking about how in windy conditions the water is blown away, and 1 mark for saying that so therefore more water can evaporate. That gives us 4 marks in total for this question.